Tuesday afternoon before Wednesday Blue Plate Special Day. And today I am going to make, or attempt to make, some dessert for tomorrow. And it's going to take up quite a my time tomorrow for the recipe for the main course in this, so I thought I'd tackle this today. Now I know I have done a apple pie before. I think the other one was apple pie with cranberries. But I will read off the ingredients on this one, and this is what I call my apple pie on steroids. We're still using 5 apples, and I just happened to buy a bag of Gala apples down at the grocery store. So there's my 5 apples. They are Galas today. I am using, going in this recipe, it takes half a cup of sugar. And what I do is I break it up between the 1/4 brown and 1/4 regular white sugar. Then it needs 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/2 a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and make that a strong tablespoon, a rounded one. How's that sound? Good luck. Okay, and hopefully I'll remember to cut up 2 tablespoons of butter to put on just before I put the crust on the top. Okay, now we get to the good parts. Today, the options that we're adding to this apple pie, it's going to have 1/2 a cup of cranberries chopped, 1/4 cup of walnuts also chopped, and 1/3 a cup of raisins chopped, and today they happen to be the light colored raisins. But anyways, doesn't matter light or dark. So that's what's going to bring it up a notch or 2. Walnuts, raisins, cranberries, and an apple pie. So I'm going to get started here peeling these, and I'll try to roll on through. I'll show you how this works. I think I've done it before. I just think it's so cool. I'll run an apple or 2 through, then I'll turn it off, and I'll finish chopping up the apples and come back. Well, Loyd Senior, check it out. All right, we're back here, ready to roll. Show you how it works. Whoa there! Move the apples out of the way so I get it to handle. Alright? Just spike it. It has a centerpiece which slices and then cores. And when you get to the end, you can just kind of pull it off. I'm going to set it in the pan over here. Take my core out, set my peels in the sink for now. They're going to go in to feed my worms. Alright, I'll do one more and then I'll turn the camera off and finish this project, this part here. So like I said, you set the apple in, drive it home, start turning. I don't know who thought this up 100 years ago. I guess these have been around for quite a while. But boy, I'll tell you, almost makes it fun. Alrighty now. See if we can get successful twice. There we go. Like just a teeny bit of peel to take off. Not a heck of a lot. Okay, Loyd Senior is going to check out, and I'm going to do the rest of the apples, and I shall be returning. Okay, I am back. Here's the results of all that peeling. Just have to take a little teeny bit off the top and the bottom sometime, the last little swirl. What I'm going to do with these is cut them up. And I'm going to try quartering these here. So halfway down that way and, whoa there! Halfway down this way. And in. Try that with this one now. And in. Now. Yep. Ain't fancy, but it works. There we go. I want to get these down there so they'll be nice and blend in nicely together. Don't want them too larger pieces, nor too small. All right, try that again. This knife is not the sharpest. but it don't do the trick. There we go. Getting down to the nitty-gritty, as they say. I'll cut that one a little smaller. There we go. Some bigger ones and some smaller ones in there. All right. One more to go here. There. And what we're going to do next here is I'm going to sprinkle the lemon juice all over this critter here. And then mix in all the dry ingredients, which I have right here. So what I have here is 1 tablespoon strong of lemon juice. And my favorite spoon. Turn these over. I may go to a different pot here. Give me a little bit more room to maneuver this stuff. It's not a big deal. Alright, so the lemon juice is in there. I'm going to see if I can't blend in the dry. So it's going to start getting juicy. The apples will start sweating out, I guess is what you'd call it, a little bit. As we mix all these beautiful ingredients in here. And break up my, oh! So I don't have a smell-o-vision camera. That's cinnamon on there. When you mix it in, it smells mighty good. Mighty good. You shall see when I get towards the end what I mean about it start to get moist. I'm going to let this set for a little while. Yes, sir. All right. See if we can't get the rest of that in there. All right. I like to get everything coated as much as possible. And it'll coat again once it gets mushy. All right. Now we got that part done. That's in no particular order, as they say. In go the walnuts. In go the raisins. In go the cranberries. Oh, I missed a couple. And we can't have that. I'll stir this whole bunch together and let it set for a bit. Get it blended as best I can. So we have an apple pie. Let's get all the goodies blended in nicely. Don't want it conglomerated in one place. Alright, well, we pretty much got a pie filling here. Like I said, I'm going to let this set for a bit. Turn off the camera. Let you know just about how long it sets for. Like I said, I'm going to let it pull some juices out before we put it into the pie crust. So I do so Senior checking out. Okay. I have the oven turned on. The apples have been marinating, if that's what you want to call it, for about an hour or so. And there is juice to the bottom. So what I'm doing is making sure that I'm turning these apples in, catching that juice and mixing it in with the apples and the cranberries and the walnuts and the raisins. Alright, so we're almost ready here. The oven's warming up. I have my egg wash standing by, which is just one egg that I beat the bejesus out of. Alright, and I will paint that on when the time comes. I have my 9-inch pan, pie plate, excuse me, which I spray with a vegetable spray, because it's just me, perhaps. What I find is when I put the pie crust in there and I want to get it all in and I didn't quite nail it perfectly, if you have the oil in there, it allows you to move the pie crust around without you stretching it and pulling it out of shape and possibly tearing it. At least that's my story. Alrighty, we're going to wait a little bit while that oven is heating up. And the pie crusts have to warm up a little bit so I can unpeel them. They're getting close now, I just almost. Oh yeah, I'm going to let that go another minute or two and I'll be back. Alrighty now, I hope we're getting all this on the camera. I'm all alone here, I don't have anybody on the other end. Looks like this is going to unroll here. I'm going to unroll it nice and slowly. I don't want to break it. That would not be a good thing. Still a little cold in the middle here, so let her set for a second. Got to be reasonably patient with it. Oh, I'm pushing my luck now, I can see that. Considerably cooler in the middle of the roll. But we're getting there. Oh my golly, we got it. So far so good here. Alright, looks like I wanted to break a little bit there, but it didn't. Alright, I hope we got the camera here. I want to try to set this in here. Yeah, we got a little break here by the looks of it, but we'll be alright. Sliding down in there, looks like I didn't hit too bad off course, but I'm not too happy with that crust over there. And that's probably because it was a little cold at that end when I did that. Or it could be just a fluke in the crust. We'll make it happen here. We'll just get everybody patched up and make it happen. That's a different pie crust I bought. If I don't like it, I ain't buying it again, that's all. I think it'll serve our purpose here once we get around the horn and I get it flattened out, stuck together again. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that so far. A little break right here, but I think it'll survive. Can't win them all, the man says. We'll try. Alright. Okay, we're getting there. 293 degrees on the oven. Why don't we take the cover off here? And there's our fixins. If I can get that on the camera enough or not. You can see the juice coming out. So we know it's not going to be dry. That's alright, try to keep the apples, everybody in the middle here a little bit. Almost. We get every last good little chunk there. This, okay. Try to get the apples down in here. Spread all this goodness around. Alright. Might have to be a little bit more ginger with the top crust here. I don't want that to bust up if I can help it. Keep everybody down so I can pinch the crust into it. Alright. Not particularly thrilled with this crust that I bought this time, but can't win them all. Well, you can try. Yeah, this is... It's going to be a little bit fussy here. All right. Yes. Well, I'm going to try it just like this, see what happens here. Slowly. Okay. place here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to stop for a minute. I can tell that crust is still a little bit cold. Turn the camera off and let it warm up just a little bit so it don't split, hopefully. Well, I have rolled the crust back a little bit because I forgot my butter that I wanted to put on there. I had it in the freezer, so I should be able to hopefully cut it fairly small. The oven is ready to go. Get the butter out of here. Oh, come on, don't be difficult. There we go. Come on. Goodness gracious here. Being difficult. We'll get there. All right. So I'm going to cut this up. Again. Come on. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little more. And some more. All right. And we're going to strategically locate these pieces of butter all over the place. Butter's where it's at, kids. All right. I don't know. See what kind of luck I have rolling this out again. This has not been my favorite pie crust. I may not buy these again. Get the last of this unrolled here. I'll be a happy camper. All right, here we go. Okay, I guess. Let's see what happens here. Pinch this thing together. There's a little extra dough. I'm just going to roll it in. Yeah, I'm not happy with this crust. It's kind of cracky. Well, we'll see how the end product is. That's the one we're worried about. It's not the looks, it's the taste. Oh my goodness gracious here. A little more than I thought, but that's all right. Everybody likes the pot crust. All right, well, I won't have to cut too many holes. It looks like it wants to make its own. All right, I'm pinching this down here. I'm running a little long on the camera tonight, probably. All right. Yep. Down there. And I'm just going to poke a few holes here and here, which it doesn't seem like it's going to need too many. All right, zippity-doo-dah, egg wash here. Get on my trusty brush. Believe me, this isn't going to be fancy. Hopefully it's going to be good. I'll take good over fancy any day. It's a little funky here, but I think it'll be just fine. Yeah, a little bit of stuff escaping. Alrighty now. He's about there. Think I missed anybody or any place? Okay. We're going to be putting that in the oven. Getting out my trusty aluminum pan here, tray. Yeah, I'm going to extradite my big old frying pan from out of the oven. It gets cured every time the oven comes on. All right. Move a few items out of the way here. All right, let me get a little shot behind the camera here. Okay, guys, I'm sorry it is what it is, but it is what it is. Open the door there, young man. All right. This way here. And she goes. 425 degrees, my friends. For about 45 minutes, I believe it says. 45 minutes. We'll certainly check it before that, and I may put my little aluminum protector on top if it starts getting a little bit too brown. Loyd D. South Senior checking out. It's in the hands of the oven now. Okay, I hope I'm in the camera here, because it's just about that time. I'm going to open this here oven. I pulled my little aluminum cover off a little bit a few seconds ago, minutes ago, and now I am taking out the pie. Yes. All right. Now, try to remember to turn off the thing here. All right. Well, let me see if I can't give you a reasonable view of that beautiful pie. There it is. We don't know what we're going to have till tomorrow. We're going to let her cool off. And it's going to be, hopefully, dessert for tomorrow's Blue Plate special. I guess I can let the cat out of the bag. If all goes well, it's going to be French onion soup tomorrow. Loyd D. South Senior checking out. Good morning. Onion soup today. At least that's what I'm hoping we're going to end up with when this is done. I'm going to give credit to Chef Jean-Pierre, who has a YouTube channel and was on PBS, I believe, at one time. After looking at all the recipes that I could think of on YouTube, I caught his channel, and I'm going to try to make something that kind of sort of fits the way he made his French onion soup, and so we'll see how it comes out today. So I have a Spanish onion, 5 yellows, I think 6 or 7 shallots, and a leek. And I'm going to get them prepped up, get ready to put them in the frying pan and caramelize the onions. And I will be back when I get things chopped up a little bit, and I'll go on further into the recipe, which is really not that difficult. Checking out for the moment. Alright, checking back in for a quickie here on this as I move along. I've got our Spanish onion cut, and what I want to end up with here, hopefully, is spoon-sized pieces. That's what the chef said he does, so I'm going to try it. So I'm going to put this, cut it like this, and then I can cut it this way. And get some good spoon-sized pieces. So that's what I'm going to be working on with all of these as I move along. And I will check back in. But I just, to let you know how to cut these so you get some stuff that stays in your spoon when you're eating the soup. It ain't all dangling out like spaghetti. Alright, so we're going to check out for a little bit, and I'm going to go back to work. Okay, we're going to swing in action a little bit here. I got my big old skillet going, getting ready to put some butter and some olive oil in here a little bit. And we're going to give them onions a good cooking. If I can get the butter open. Oh boy. There we go. That's another wonderful thing that happens to you as you mature. Your vision goes. Alright, I'm going to start with, put some butter in here, and I'm going to add a little bit more. Get it all melted up. I haven't measured it. You can watch what I'm putting in. That's kind of up to your touch on this. But want to make sure we have enough in there. I don't want to burn it. Alright, turn that down a little. Oh yeah, we got some nice butter going in there now. This jump here says you can't have too much butter. So we're going to get these in here because I do not want it to burn the butter. Oh, isn't that fun? Well, we'll shut that off for a second. Well, I'll bet that got your attention. Certainly got mine. Alright, I have put the onions in. Not all of them. The shallots are standing by. So I want to cook these down a little bit and then I'll put them in. It's going to be a crowded pot here, but I'm sure this is going to cook down. Worst comes to worst, I'll get another skillet out and finish it that way. But if I keep this moving, I think we'll be hopefully in business here. But it's going to keep me busy, and I'm not going to leave the camera on while I'm browning these up, or should I say, caramelizing them. So I shall shut the camera off for now. Well, smoke is cleared a little bit, but I have my onions starting to get to the working towards caramelization, but there's a little bit further to go. I got a couple more that I missed here. I don't want to lose any of them. Now I'm going to add the shallots. The leeks will go into the soup when it comes to the time to put it in the kettle. So the leeks are on standby. They're in their little bowls, waiting their turn, but they're not going in. They're not being caramelized. All right, so I will work this in. Turn the camera off and get back with you when there's something exciting to report. Well, I'm back on. We are going to call these onions pretty well caramelized. I'm going to give them a little flip here. You can see the color's definitely changed. I do not want to burn them. But I want to make sure they got a nice caramel. And you can see how they're sticky and all juicy. So we got most of the water out. And the flavor's working in. I'm going to move this to the back burner. And I'm going to see if I can't make a little bit of a roux to go with this before we put it into the big pot to cook it down. So I'll turn that down there a little bit. I'm going to be getting a little bit of more butter here. Okay, I have the burner on. Put this on top here, just setting it. This is what we're going to cook these in. I'm going to heat this up. I'll add some flour, stir it around when I get done. Or I should say before I get completely done, we'll start adding some chicken broth and some beef stock. And I may just actually add a little bit of tomato paste to the mix, which I don't believe will hurt. There we go. Okay, we got a little bit of a mess here, but not too bad at the moment. My butter melted, open up another piece because I know we'll need some. I have some flour standing by that I can scoop in and then stir around once it's looked like it's cooked up nicely in the butter. But before it's burnt, we will put in the onions and then add the stock, chicken broth and the beef stock. I'm having a heck of a lot of trouble with butter labels, wrappers today. I think I'm gaining on it now. All right, let me move this here in the drawer for a minute. All right, butter is melting, but I know I'm going to need more. It's an eyeball thing, pretty much. Okay, let me move this off to the side. Have some flour standing by. Put the bowl away. My little trusty spreader, a clean job here. Clean that up a little bit. Get ready for this project. All right. Oh my God, I must look pretty giant in that camera. All right, here we go. Okay. I'll tune up the heat a little bit here. Get this show on the road. Back out of my way to get a little bit more space here on the burner. Oh boy, that's looking good. I'll probably get close to maybe half a stick of butter in there right now. Alright, I have my flour standing by. Get my olive oil out of the way here. Hit the broths. Hit the broths ready. Okay, that butter's melted down almost. I still got some that I'm working with the spoon. Okay, melted up pretty much. Here's my little resting spoon here. And my flour. The butter off to here a bit. Alright. This is not rocket science, so I'm just using a regular tablespoon to zip-de-do some flour in there. So I'll probably be putting more butter in it. I want to brown it, but not burn it. Alright. Bit, a spoon. All right, so gonna be a. Let's see, that's cooking up. We want to cook the. I want to cook the flour. But I don't want to burn it. All right, yes, it's getting there. You know, all that butter in with it. Oh my God, that looks so good in there. If I need to put more later, I can always tighten it up, but I don't want to turn it into something that's too tight. So I say about a couple tablespoons of flour in there at the moment, and have a shake of butter. All right, let me get out my can for a minute here. Get out the onions. Take off the cover. All right. Allow me to try to get you a little view of these guys. Let's see how nice and brown they are, and that's the way they should be. Now, I want to get them in here before my flour burns. Get that. There we go. Alright, I'm going to put some chicken broth right now. I'm not going to waste any time. No time to. There we go. That's got quite a bit. Gonna need a lot. Take this whole container here, I believe. Alright. It might be thicker than I want already. But I got more going in, and we're going to fill her up, so we should be good here. Scraping all the good flavor out of the bottom here with this spatula, or scoop, I should say. Oh yeah, all that nice burny stuff in the bottom kind of. So what I'm going to do is turn off the camera now. I'll be adding, and I will let you know how much I put in, but it's going to take both of those boxes and then some probably. Loyd, you saw Senior checking out. All right, we're back on. In go the leeks, the last item to go into the soup, into the onion soup. All right, in it is. All right, I'm going to stir all this good stuff up, and it's going to be heating for quite a while here. An hour or so, maybe hour and a half. And let's see, we'll check the consistency. Not too bad. It's a little thin right now, but I have a suspect once it warms up, it's going to tighten up just a little bit. So Loyd Senior, checking out. I'm going to clean up my mess and bring that soup up to a boil, and I'll check back in. Okay, I'm back. I added half a quart, 16 ounces more of beef broth to my soup. 1 teaspoon of pepper and a very, very light sprinkling of oil, my favorite seasoning, Old Bay. And I have decided that I am going to put a little bit of tomato paste in here. And we'll see. I'm not going to put more than a tablespoon or so. See how it works and taste it. We don't want to go crazy. We can go a little bit more here. That's going to probably do it. So that's a 6-ounce can. I'd say I put maybe 3 ounces in there right now of tomato paste. Let it blend in, and I'll give it a taste and hope for the best here. I like tomatoes, so I guess it can't be all that bad. We'll find out. It's a hit or a miss today. Okay, Loyd Senior checking out. Like I said, I put a teaspoon of pepper in, 16 ounces more of beef broth, and about half a can of tomato paste, which probably be about 3 ounces, give or take. Loyd Senior checking out. The onion soup is on the back burner on low. I got a little heat disperser underneath it, and it's going to simmer for a while, and I'll check back in later on. Check it out. Well, we're just about there, folks. The soup is done. Been cooking for well over an hour and a half. What I've done is turn my broiler on. I've got these, I can't pronounce it, but the Luncheonette little pieces of toast to float on there, hopefully, and then put it under the microwave with some Swiss cheese on top. And hope for the best. So, wish me luck. I like the consistency of the soup, at least. And let me see how I want to do this here. This might be the safest method. If there's anything safe with me operating. Alright. A little bit more there. Set that down. See if I can't do a second one. I like the consistency. It's not too thick, not too thin. At least to my liking, or my observation, let's put it that way. Paul is sitting back there watching this operation, wondering what the heck has he cooked up for me today. Well, he's about to find out shortly here. This out of the way. And make sure my broiler's doing what broiler's supposed to do. Oh yeah, it's boiling. Okay, it's the first for me, so let's give it a go. See how long it takes for me to get these on here, quick like. And, oh boy, you can never have too much toast, right? Okay, here, one more for good measure on that one. Now, I'm gonna apply some cheese. one slicer. Let's give it a couple at least. I need at least 2 slices of cheese. Alright. Okay, we are going to go into the broiler, and I will keep a close eye on that. And when I take it out, I'll turn the camera back on. And hopefully we'll have some nice melted cheese in about 2 minutes or so, or less. Checking out for a moment. Okay, everybody, this is it. Alright, I'm going to take it out and we'll see what we got here. Oh my Lord. I'm going to get me another pot holder. Oh dear, dear me. Oh! I don't know how much the camera can see because I can't really tilt that too much. But it looks mighty fine to me. Turn off the oven. Alright, here, let me see. Maybe I can sneak in a little bit here. With that, I'll bring it over to the camera. Anyways, hopefully you can see that. We're about to find out how it came out and how it tastes. Loyd Senior checking out. We're going to have some lunch and then some apple pie. Okay, it's time to find out whether the apple pie was a success or not, or somewhere in between. As I think I mentioned, I was not happy with the crust that I purchased, the dough crust. But let's see what happened in the end. It's all how it comes out. And with my luck, you can almost be certain that the first slice that I take out of here is probably going to discombobulate. But we'll see. I'll give it to me. I get to get the bad slice. Oh, come on. Get under there. Okay, there's one. That crust didn't. May not write home to Mama about that piece of crust. There we go. Whoop. Well, when all else fails, get my old trusty sneak up on the side trick here. There. How's that, huh? We got it. All right. I'm filling. Okay, so we will get back with you and let you know what we think. All right. Put a little ice cream on here and press on. All righty. Okay. Camera going off. We're going to have some pie. Okay, we finished our lunch. The French onion soup, we both agree, was excellent. And if you want to cook some up sometime, I think you truly enjoy it. It's not hard to do. So that was a success. Special thanks to Chef Jean-Pierre for the assistance. Okay, as you can see, the pie was delicious. There we go. Look at that beauty. It's absolutely phenomenal. If you want to make one of these and use the cranberries, raisins, and walnuts in with the apples, I think you will truly enjoy it. The crust is, but that's my fault. I didn't buy I bought a reduced, not a reduced price, but a off-brand pie crust, and could have been better. But the pie inside is absolutely fantastic, and the crust is not all that bad. So I guess we'll close this out. I've been rambling here. The onion soup was excellent. The pie was good, very good actually. The crust, not super. But believe me, you won't regret it if you decide to make yourself this apple pie with this recipe. You'll truly enjoy it. All right, another Blue Plate special in the books. Loyd Senior checking out.